All right, we are live on the mics as well.
Let's go.
Let's go. Waiting for draft. Hey, everybody. Hope you're having a good night. We are streaming Moonlight versus Impact semifinals. I'm hype, even though I may not sound it immediately. I am very hype. How about you guys? Well, I have Willa and ZQ with me. How you guys doing?
I'm good. Hype for Moonlight again. I know last week we streamed Moonlight. Moonlight won, came up to semifinals. This time they'll be going up against Team Impact, which we haven't really seen before, so I'm excited about that. How
Super
you feeling,
excited.
CQ?
Feeling great. I think this is definitely a match to be excited about, especially their semifinals. Out of these two teams, one of them should be a finalist contender, and I'm seeing what exactly they can bring to the table next week when we get into our final games.
Very true, very true. Both statements very true. No name in chat, and I'm not saying no name for a reason. It's their name is actually no name. They say trust. They pick J4. I can see it. J4 is very strong right now. What about you guys? Any predictions on picks?
I trusted J4. Last week we also saw Drake playing J4, I believe, and he did pretty good with J4. So I don't. Uh, I feel like he might just take it out again. Just use J4 for the first game, see how it goes.
Don't see why not. Very strong right now. No reason not to go for it, right? What about last time we saw we watched Moonlight last week, and there was a couple standouts. Their mid laner, who I'm forgetting the name of, but I can check. Hold on. Zeus, yeah, Mr. Zeus. I apologize,
Top him
Zeus.
off.
Mr. Zeus. I should call him Mr. Zeus because he did get MVP last match. No way they gave him Aurelia.
First pick of
Wait,
Rally
did
for
they?
Moonlight. Yeah.
Oh, yo. We
No.
finally see it.
No way they gave this man Aurelia. He has 900 clips of Aurelia in our in our Discord.
That
They
just
gave
means he's
him
not
Aurelia.
scared of it. That's confidence.
That is confidence. That's a strong pick right there. Let's go. Yes, Diamond and VR. Let's go indeed. Anyways, how do you guys feel about the Yumi pick?
Interesting pick. From the upcoming MSI tournament,
Mm-hmm.
they banned Melio, and they also banned one other champion.
Yumi.
And yeah, that champion is Yumi. So I actually don't know why they banned Yumi, but I believe it's because they don't really know how to balance her. So I don't know. Some people have been saying Yumi's kind of like fallen off after the nerfs. Some people say she's better after the remake. We'll see how it goes. I really don't have any idea how this is gonna go.
One thing's for sure, Yumi's poke damage is really, really strong in the laning phase. So seeing the Leona and Varus kind of locked in here for Team Moonlight, hopefully Varus can get some of this poke back and Leona can kind of dodge it because otherwise you're going to be missing a lot of HP and you won't be able to get the engage as the Zero gets locked in too.
Right.
Zeri Yumi,
Zeri
quite
Yumi.
classic combo, if I can say. They're gonna be zooming. They're gonna have the zoomies for real over all the walls. We got a couple people in chat. No name. There's a little bit of beef in chat, if I'll say. And no name is saying Aurelia gonna get clapped, and then Diamond in VR says an average Aurelia maybe, and then Panda Love Girl says Moonlight support will carry. Well, isn't that nice? Everybody just support each other, talking shit. Love it.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Diamond VR, I think that's GS Jan. Girl, I'm convinced that that's the support for Moonlight, which is Ember the Flame. That would be my guess. But
No way.
I am
No
pretty
way
sure.
they're talking themselves
Why-
up in
Why
chat.
else would someone
At
say?
least get your mom to hype you up or something. Not yourself.
Love the confidence though.
Oh, that's funny. Overall, both these teams did really great during the regular season. They made it here for a reason, right? I am GSJM. I say this literally every
I
stream.
didn't
You
forget.
guys forget.
I pointed out. I did not
Willa
forget.
knows it. Willa knew. Willa knew.
I knew it the moment you said "Let's go" when you picked Aurelia. So
I thought it was just a supporter that knew that they wanted Aurelia for a long time. A lot of bands coming out here that we haven't seen before. Wukong, Akali, Hecarim, Draven. How are we feeling as far as the teams are stacking up right now?
it looks like Team Impact's kind of looking for this later game stage where they have the Yumi and Zeri to kind of facilitate those fights while Jax kind of brings them there. Let's see how Team Moonlight responds.
Maokai. I like it.
Respect.
I personally like Maokai a lot. I wish they didn't nerf him because I don't think he was a problem, but
He was so strong.
he was not that strong.
Even now, he is still strong. His ultimate is huge for securing objectives. That's in my opinion, of course. I'm not the factor for everything.
Mm-hmm. Looks like we got Silas in the mid lane.
Oh,
Who will he be
Silas,
laning against?
and we saw Zeus on that last week where he
Mhm.
absolutely stomped his lane. So hopefully we can see that again from him.
Stomped his lane and the whole match.
Yeah.
Say. The Gragas. That's Gragas mid, right? Has to be.
I
Right.
believe so.
Okay.
Yes, I believe so.
Good.
Yes, Jax. Okay.
Yes, good luck, everybody. We're very excited. Super fun time to have a match. Hopefully, everybody does great. I'm glad we got through all that traffic. All right. Let me give them the R from Prod. So, looking at the teams now that they're final, what are we thinking?
Well, let's see. What did they have? They had okay. So for Moonlight, they had Varus Leona. It's a lot of engage, and I feel like the engage that Moonlight has is a lot longer in range compared to Impact, Team Impact.
Mm-hmm.
Because for Team Impact, for them to make a play, they really have to have like a really good angle for Gragas or Sejuani ult. Most cases, Jax, I'm not sure if Jax will be able to get the angle to sort of like jump from the side with Counter Strike, given that he's playing against a Maokai who'll probably have saplings everywhere. So I feel like I'll have to sort of give it to Moonlight here in terms of team comps. I think they have better team fights, better engages, and overall just a better comp, I think.
Yep. I can definitely see that. I mean, it really depends on how well Moonlight positions against, Team Impact here. Because if the Gragas hits a good ult or the Sejuani hits a good ult, then, as long as they're coordinated, it can really turn to their side pretty quickly.
Right, and what I'm expecting from Team Moonlight here early on in the game is to kind of try and play and get this bot lane ahead, try and abuse this weak early game from Zeri. But it's really hard when Zeri can kind of just hop over a wall and be out of it, right?
Right.
So,
Very true. It was very confusing my first time seeing Azeri do that. I thought they were like wall hacking or something, honestly. It was very strange.
just sliding
To see
halfway
that.
across the map on the wall.
And then they made Cassante, and then Cassante can do it, and then and he's in the top lane where I roam, and it's like, what is going on? Either way, I think both teams looking strong. I'm excited to see this Aurelia from GS Janny keeps talking it up. If it's not good, I'm gonna go see him in the locker room.
Who are kind of our main players we're going to be looking at here? I know we're a little biased to Team Moonlight, having streamed their series last week and kind of having seen how dominant they were, but Team Impact made it this far too. So just kind of who are the star players in your mind that we should look out for in the series?
Well, I'm excited to see both top laners duel it out here. Aurelia and Jax. Being a top laner myself, Aurelia and Jax is a great, fun matchup, skillful matchup, timing-based matchup, I mean, they both have stuns, they both have dashes, they both have, I believe auto resets. So does Aurelia have auto reset? I haven't played her. I don't think she does now that I think about it.
Probably not.
I don't think so. I think she has that big, she has that big cone she hits people with.
Yeah.
But either way, they're going to be brawling in the top lane. I love that. Can't wait to see that. I'm looking for both of them. And I'm not biased towards Moonlight. I'd love for this to go as far as it possibly can. And to be down to the wire. It'll be I'm just excited. Also, I'm excited. I can't wait for this Yumi to get killed at least once, because I'm not a big fan of Yumi. in lane.
Dude, Yumi has so many haters. It's just
Yeah, I
It's
mean, there's no
understandable.
reason to hate her other than like
She's
I wish I
Yumi.
didn't have to walk around in lane either. Like, you know, I'm over here walking around on Lux trying to get an angle, and she's just doing nothing.
I think if I were playing solo queue, I'd rather have a Yumi on the opposing team than on our team.
That's true. I agree with that. I win most of the games against Yumi, but that's not the point.
Yeah. Yeah. She's still very annoying to deal
Still
with.
very
Yeah.
annoying. Yep. Just
Yeah,
that poke.
here-
is-
I sort of expect the Zeri here to take Cleanse Flash because it's against Leona Varus. Again, if Varus gets 6, I don't really know if Zeri Yumi can really win lane or have bot lane prio,
Yeah.
at least in the early game. So I think what they're looking to do is just go late game. Let's see how Sejuani tries to play around the bot lane or top lane. I think Impact has really good options for carries. They have Jax for top lane hyper carry. They also have Zeri, so they have multiple options for a win condition.
True that. Panda Lover Girl says, can't wait to see Ember play. Us too. We can't wait for this game to start. We're excited. Let's see if there's a skin diff here. Oh, some pretty good skins coming out of here. What's a DWG, Willa?
That's Damwon Gaming. Yo, that's the best skin for Leona. Damwon Gaming. Damwon Gaming is an LCK team that won Worlds, I think, something
Yeah.
like 2021, 2020, something
Oh,
like that.
dope.
And right off the bat, looks like blue side. Team Moonlight have the drip advantage, so
Oh,
we'll see if that plays a factor.
you're absolutely right. The drip advantage is real.
The drip advantage.
That astronaut Maokai is going hard. All right, let me start streaming for you in Discord here, Willa. Oh, I'm already streaming for you.
You are, yeah, I can see.
Beautiful. Well, let me switch back to this. Thank you. Go ahead and hit O for us, because I forgot to do it for the first match last game.
This designer got me drip.
All this designer got me drip. You true about that. True. I'd love to see an invade here, but I don't think it'll happen.
Maybe it might. Seeing
Moonlight
Moonlight I think-
did it last match. Last series.
Yeah, I mean, with Leona, he definitely has enough CC chain here.
Oh, he's
Maokai
trying to
has
get that
W.
W.
Oh,
got
he
it.
gets it. Zeri in some problems. Flash that.
Trading flash with Zeri.
Now looking at Sedge, but she has her flash ups too, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
the chain hits.
the stun
She
chain.
She's
couldn't
Leona.
even use her flash. Ember in some trouble now. As Exhaust comes out, Zeri king some autos in, but Zeus just zones out the Zeri and. Wow.
So many wards used as well.
Yeah, and a kill going over for Team Moonlight 1 minute into the game.
Yep, I think that's pretty big actually. Even though it's Leona that got the kill. Zeri not having flash. Yumi used both sums. They also don't have wards for the early game. I think if Maokai sort of camps bot lane after maybe doing a 3 camp or even a level 2 gank, I think bot lane Zeri Yumi is gonna have a hard time.
Right, and especially with this Leona now picking up the boots and the pot from that first blood kill, she's gonna be able to close the distance and kind of evade the Yumi Qs a lot easier now.
Right, for sure. Oh. Some trades happening. Oh, the jackhammer strike. Yep. But Yumi does have a pink ward though, so of course she's scared of the Maokai gank, I assume.
Not a bad idea to start on that for Yumi, huh?
Yeah. But I'm pretty sure that pink ward is gonna get deleted soon because they don't have bot prio anyways. Yeah,
Yeah.
you see the Leona sort of walking there. She's free to do whatever she wants.
Now the question is, do they go AP or AD Varus? Now I know AP Varus would be a throw, but
It's
It could
definitely
work.
Be AD. It's gonna be AD. If you're
It's
going
definitely gonna
bot
be
lane
AD,
Varus,
but it could work.
it could definitely work, and I don't see why Willa is hating on it.
I'm not hating on it. I'm just saying because they already have a Silas Maokai, which are AP sources of damage.
Oh, big engages here coming. A big fight mid as well.
For sure.
Jace Jam dashes into his stun, doesn't even
Ooh,
work.
big
He
stuns from
continues
both.
autoing one blue. Pops
Just
out.
pops out. Yeah.
Samira
nice
Socks
try.
can't even get towards the minion wave. It looks really hard for him to walk up.
Mid trade's not really going in favor of Zeus, but Gragas doesn't have any mana, so I think that's what he saw there for the trade.
Yeah, and some reason Zeus has the level advantage here. It's probably just because of the wave stay.
Ooh,
Oh,
what
that's
a
a
big
really
stun.
nice stun. That was clean.
And that's why you don't give GS Jan the Irelia.
Yeah. Well, Jax flashed for it too, so it's a net loss for Team Impact.
Right.
So Johnny's gonna attempt again. It seems like maybe not.
Looks like maybe Sejuani's looking for an invade or a gank, one of the two, or a reset.
Mm-hmm. At that point, Sejuani really wanted to get something there, but wasn't able to. Oh, this
Ooh,
might be a kill. This might be a kill.
Oh.
Another gank from Sejuani. I think this should be a kill. Yeah.
Jan was just too far up there, and then Maka couldn't help out.
That's a lot of time invested by Sejuani. It turned out really well for the Jax there.
Right, and it's crazy because Combat Wombat still up in CS, was able to clear faster, has their camps coming up, and is able to spend so much time in the top side, just kind of shutting down Jan. Meanwhile, Dreg is still a bit far behind, but not too far behind there. But really great play there from Combat.
Yep. They really have to be careful because if Jax starts getting those kills, it's gonna go out of control. And it's not like Moonlight's bot lane is kind of taking advantage of that either. They're sort of just going even. So if Jax is able to get those kills for free, then yep, it's not gonna go well for Moonlight.
true there. And out of control Jax is not something you want to see on the Rift, that's for sure.
And it's only the first 5 minutes into game, but we're kind of seeing evil.
Oh, Maokai's here.
Jan
I think
missed
Jax should be fine here. There's too many minions, yeah.
If Jan was able to land that stun, maybe a different story, but not able to find it, so Jax just walks out of there.
I'm a little confused by the pathing for Maokai. I think going. Oh, that's gonna be a chain. Gragas does
Yeah.
that though.
And him showing top side, that's already bot side dragon there for
Yeah,
Team Impact.
it's really not utilizing the fact that we're playing. Well, Moonlight is playing Leona into Yuumi. In that case, you kind of want to play with the fact that Leona's really good at following up with ganks, whereas Yuumi can't really do anything in those early game laning situations.
Right, and we're not seeing Dreg play towards bot side, like we would expect from this comp, but maybe with him focusing a bit more on top side, they have another plan in mind. Maybe they're trusting Jan to really hard carry this early and just try and get him online.
Could be, yeah. Oh, it's ult. Another gank in mid.
Oh, they cast one.
casts.
Yeah. And little bro uses the ultimate very well. They're still chasing Combat Wombat. See if they can get him. Stun misses again, so he gets to read it. Jax jumps in, gets a stun off on Irelia. Irelia really
No, he doesn't.
Oh
That
no!
That is unfortunate for Jax. One blue house.
Yeah, and it looked like Blue House thought he could find something there, but just got too low HP too fast.
That was really good wraparound from Moonlight. If you saw, like, Irelia was coming from the top, Maokai was chasing, Silas coming along as well, and somehow Leona was there too. So it was really great roams from Moonlight overall. Backup. Oh, it's a gank from.
Pretty nice engage there.
Yep, but Gragas has the belly flop. Just get away.
Yeah, I was not in a lot of trouble there. Plus, he had his flash, so.
Yeah, no issues there getting out from the barrel man.
We see Rift Herald coming up in 15 seconds. I wonder how both teams are going to kind of try to play around this and try to secure it, or if they're going to use that top pressure to kind of walk down to bot side and look for a gank there.
We will have to see pretty slow matchup here. Not what we were expecting in the bot lane, huh? I mean, Expect a lot more pressure from the Leona engages than we've seen.
Right. I mean, the two junglers, they really used all their turns topside.
Hmm.
So bot lane's pretty much just, or it seems like it's just AFK farming at this point.
And it's really hard for Varus to do anything if Zeus has a huge range and is able to hop over walls and kind of escape any engages. But as
Right.
level 6 are coming in now with the Dark Binding for Varus, maybe they can find something, but again, she has a cleanse, so it's really hard.
Yep. That's a good point. But here you see the Leona running towards Herald. That means they really want this Herald, which means Zeri and Yumi might actually be able to take some tower plates here if they don't get anything from the Herald. Varus is really suffering here.
Yeah, he's able to clear wave okay, not taking too much damage luckily.
Yeah, he's doing the best he can, I think.
And they're starting up Rift Herald now, and that's a mana advantage in top side, so you should be able to secure it pretty safely.
Good
Oh,
trade.
lots
coming
of
from Zeus.
damage.
And that way he gets first push anyways, along with a good trade. Oh, this might be something.
A good
use
flash
flash.
from the Varus.
Yeah.
Kuro has the flash there. That's the slows from Yumi's the amount of poke damage, and just can't get close enough to them to grab even the
Yep.
minions.
And they do end up grabbing the Rift Herald as well in the midst of all that.
Yep, Moonlight does get the Herald, but Varus can't overstep at this point, because if Yumi gets an angle to ult, then that's a kill.
Zeus in a bit of trouble as Combat Wombat's running straight towards him.
Yeah.
Cask hits, he gets knocked up. Oh my god, the
flash
stun
from
lands, but
Maokai,
Dragon's
really
able to
good
get her
counter
in
game.
time.
Ooh, this
Zeus
is
does
going
have
back
this
and
Sejuani
forth.
ult, see how he uses it. Misses it, and Lil Bro.
Oh
Oh
my
my.
goodness, what a turnaround.
That's so
Zeus
much
and-
damage. That
Zeus
was
and
really
Drake.
good. It was really good counter game from Drag there. Also
Mhm.
be able to spawn the Herald, get some tower plates. Looking really good again for Moonlight. Seems like maybe this is another game where Zeus gets to carry.
They just
Really clean
yeah.
dive. Yep. That is
They're
really
saying,
clean.
what are you still doing here, bud? You should be back
Yeah.
home.
this is my territory now.
Zeus going to be really happy with that. Sitting up 3-0, has the 300 gold bounties. And his next recall is going to be able to get so much value out of that. And let's see if he can bring that around the map and pull his team ahead.
I think the scarier part is that Silas has access to Gragas and Sejuani ult, which are really, really good ults to steal for Silas. So
Right.
if he gets some AP items, that Gragas ult is going to do a lot of AoE damage.
We have Dragon coming up here in the next 30 seconds now. So
Right.
we'll see how they play around that. It looks like the both of the junglers are pathing towards that bot side. So we'll see what happens.
I sort of expect Silas to also join in on the Drake fight this time. He's fed. He's got a lot of items here.
Let's go Team Moonlight from Captain Wet Sox in the chat. Okay.
Captain.
You have a
Wetzel.
team this time. Do ya?
Oh.
Oh, the Jack
One
has
blue
to
has
both his
flashes.
flash and his R.
Yeah, we're just able to hop out of there. His little bro is here now.
Not little bro.
Oh,
Oh,
Greg
that's a
hits
really good
the
cast.
lens, and Drag is gonna.
Jeez.
Oh my
Really
God.
good cast from Little Bro.
What a displacement.
Now
What an
Silas is
ult.
moving up, but here you see Sejuani is hiding here for a gank. It is a ward though. So they do know. Yep.
Combat walks right through a ward, not able to find anything. But now there's a fight going on top side, so I was
Hmm.
looking for that Jax.
It's like red
They're
team is
paying for
sitting
the
up very strongly. Yeah, they go to Drake.
Right, and since they weren't able to find anything in the top side here, and they have the bot priority, Samir, Sox, and Combat Wombat just rotate to a dragon. It should be the second win of the game.
Does it go uncontested though? Is the big question. Because I think it is.
I think they should be able to take this one. They saw Silas top side, so they know the only ones that can be here are bot lane jungle. So
They're still looking. Maybe for a steal.
if they just
Like
back away
engage
now,
here.
but the ults are
Oh,
coming
what
out.
a route!
Should be a dead Sejuani here.
Huge ulti there from Ember, catching combat out, and they're able to get that kill onto Kuro, and that's going to be really great because he hasn't been able to find much in his lane so far. So
Maybe maybe we're gonna see another top lane versus bot mid meta.
Maybe.
with the Jax. Yeah, maybe it will see a carry from Jax, a carry from Silas, maybe Varus.
Yeah, that was a really well placed Leona ult, not letting the Sejuani go in the path that her ADC and Yumi went, cutting them off to get rooted. Very well played.
Absolutely, yeah.
Well, bro is looking for another gank from top, but Jan just kind of walks back, gets
Yep.
spotted by the pink ward.
Warded as well.
Yep. I'm sure GS Jan understands it well enough. Sometimes you are the weak side William, and especially in top lane being on an island, they say. It's just how it is.
And Jax does have Sunder, so that's a scary looking Jax.
Very scary.
Even with
That's
all the
just-
pressure top,
Oh.
Ooh.
Mrs. No.
Oh, just the cast.
Nice try, though.
Yeah,
Nice
just
try.
looking for a counter play there.
I mean, when Silas steals the Gragas ult, they're basically mirrors of each other. Dashes, like a big thing in the
Same
middle.
champion.
A big auto, that comes
Pretty
together. I
much.
mean, basically the same.
Basically.
One has more healing than the other, though. I will say that.
Mhm.
Ooh, hard engage here from the Jax. He understands he has the item advantage.
And something I just noticed is Gragas is building the Rod of Ages, so still can do tons of damage while being a bit tanky. Okay.
I like that. Item choice.
Yeah, and Zeus is building, it looks like straight AP, so if he does steal the Gragas ulti, he will get more damage out of it.
Ooh.
Nice try on the engage, but just misses.
Yeah. Nice try from Ember the Flame. There was a play to be made. It did not work out though.
Yeah, it looks like Drago's setting up for that. They're still looking, maybe.
Maybe a
Drago's walking
dive
up here.
here? I don't think
I'm
it'll
not sure
work.
if they have enough for a dive, yeah.
Yeah.
Lots of damage from both mid laners on each other.
Wow.
Oh,
Will
another
broke
cast.
so well. Maybe in this fight for a
Ooh,
bit
oh,
too
but the
big
long.
Maokai
Maokai ult.
comes
What a
here.
flash.
Really gets rooted.
Double root.
That was a really nice attempt at flash. I thought he had it. I thought
I
he
did
he
too.
got
I thought
away
it was
for a
very
second.
clean.
Yeah.
It was a great try. I'll say that for sure.
Good try. But really good map presence from Maokai. Definitely.
Yeah, that's Dreg, right?
Yes.
I mean, he's just understanding he's got great counter ganks right now.
Mm-hmm.
He's not playing as much to bot as we thought he would, but he's definitely playing it well.
The mirror
Wait.
Zox waiting here for
This
Kuro as he
is-
walks up for play. Kuro get exhausted. Auto's coming out.
This
Ulti
should
comes
be a kill,
out.
yeah.
Oh, they
Kuro
just
still
missed the
brings
Yumi ult.
Trade distance, but Samir still has the wall hop.
Can he
Keeps
get away?
putting Auto.
What a
Dodges
dodge.
me.
Nice dodge.
Dodging all the oh,
Yeah.
really great there. Survived a lot longer than thought he would, and he bought at the same time, so they're able to get that Rift Herald. So
ADC for Herald.
Right.
Is it worth?
depends
good-
what they do with his Herald, right?
He had a
Right.
great effort with trying to
Right.
fancy feed it though.
Yeah, really good side steps there. Also, a really good ambush from Samir Sox and Cat Girl. They definitely knew that Dres is the one there, hid in the bush a bit. Try to get the kill. But Silas is here now. That's scary,
A
Silas.
fed Silas.
Yep.
Another good try on the engage there.
Some interesting swaps here, even though. Oh wait, the mid tower did go down.
It did.
Okay, so yeah, it makes sense. They've swapped the bot lane to go mid. Now Silas is side laning.
It looks like Drake's walking by here. Either collect his camp or maybe use a Rift Herald down there. Let's just see.
It's a TP used by little bro. Surprisingly, I feel like the top lane matchup has been very quiet.
Yeah, which
a
is
lot more
making
peaceful
me
than I would have expected.
very frustrated because
And
I
there's
want
a
to see
rare
something.
placement.
Herald bot lane.
I think they're trying to create some pressure there and fight for this third dragon.
Yep, I think the third Drake
Yeah.
definitely is gonna end up in a fight.
They're right on
Unless-
top of it.
Right.
This is very exciting right here. The build up to this
Uh-oh.
fight.
There's something's gonna happen. You know something's gonna happen.
Yeah, waiting for the contest. TPs
Oh, and
are
the
available
TP
for
too.
Jax, but Irelia doesn't
Raphael
have it.
comes
Jan can't
out.
get to join the fight. The
This
5v4.
is
Leona's trying to zone him out. Oh my gosh!
Holy
Red
What's
team
wrong
shit.
with
did
this?
steal
The
it.
Dragon,
So many
Yumi ultimates
ultimates
going
going
huge.
off.
really good for Impact. That is huge.
Whoa.
That is absolutely huge.
That was huge there from Team Impact. They were playing that so well as a team.
Yep. That TP from Jackson, they had so much AoE damage as well with the Gragas.
And if
Wow.
you look at the ulti cooldowns on the side of Team Impact, all of the ultis went out that fight, and they got so much value out of it. It
Yep.
just collapsed on them, absolutely.
Right. And they get the third Drake. No, that's their third Drake. It's a lot of Drakes.
That is a ton of Drakes this early into the game too.
And the gold gap, there is still a gold gap in favor of Moonlight, but I feel like the later this game goes on, I think Impact's comp is going to be favored.
Very true.
Yep.
And Zeri with the Immortal Shield Bow.
Mm-hmm.
What-
And Yumi they're just gonna have so many shields for her.
Yep. Oh, a flash.
Did force Yumi to pop that, what's that item called?
The
Shirelli's
Shirelli's,
bounce on
yeah.
Mhm.
I don't think it was worth though, because Leona Flash is actually really crucial in fights.
Definitely.
So using it like that, it's definitely not a good thing for Moonlight. But I can see why. I can see why they just lost the Drake fight. They were desperate to get something in return. Didn't work out though.
Yeah. But what is great about Zeus having kind of this goal advantage for the team is his outplay ability. If he's able to steal the right ultimate and use it at the right time, the fights can still turn out in favor of them.
Mm.
But it has to be outplayed because, like we talked about earlier, Team Impact has the better team fight comp in our opinions.
Mhm. That is very true. Yeah. Yeah. Another thing about the Varus build is he's going poking Varus, which I'm not sure what to think about that. I don't.
The lethality there,
Yeah,
It's a-
Valdi Varus.
it's a little hard against the Sejuani, especially now that they
Yeah.
have the Radiant Virtue.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see what happens with it because I don't know enough about that build.
Right.
They're very worried about this Baron here.
Team Moonlight can't take this fight. The Varus and the Silas are still on the bot side of the map.
Oh, the TP coming from Silas. It's a little weird.
Strange.
Yeah.
But because of that TP, they know Silas isn't there, so they're trying to willingly take this fight.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Looks
you
like
know,
they're-
first
That's
is-
why.
It's a Gragas ult.
Gragas
you gotta
ult.
see.
Not
That
gonna
is-
hit anyone.
Right. That was unfortunate. I'm not sure how it's gonna go down.
Ember falls.
Looks
Zeus
like
is
Zeus
next.
falls.
gonna come out on top. Yep. It's 2 for
Impact
0.
looking to push their advantage here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that should be Baron for Team Impact, as Drake's trying to get in for the steal, but Samir Sox was expecting and just burst him down, zoning him off the Baron. Kuro was able to find the tier 1 tower on bot side and is continuing to push for some minions, but I don't know if that's worth the Baron right there.
Definitely not worth. Yeah. Because they can just go back, stop him now. And this area is gonna get out of control. Not to mention Jax has 350 bounty on him.
Very, very true. We'll have to see what the next item the Zeri builds into. Because I'm sure she's holding on to a ton of gold. She was the only one that didn't back.
Yep, looking at Impact's comp, it's actually really hard for anyone on Moonlight to really get on Zeri with enough damage.
Mhm.
Like Zeri's gonna have help from Yumi. She also has Cleanse, Flash, as well as Gragas Disengage, and a lot of CC from Sejuani as well.
Right. It's really protect the Zeri comp at
Mhm.
this point, and
Yeah.
you can't get onto her.
Right. And at this point in the game, in terms of consistent damage during team fights, I feel like Zeri is definitely gonna out DPS Lethality Varus in a team fight. Sejuani ult stolen.
Looks like they are
It's-
looking for something here. They're maybe looking for them to engage so that Jan can get some push in the top lane. I think that's what they're looking for. Is for a little distraction fight.
I think Impact is trying to go for some sneaky engage here, but honestly, with the Baron buff that they had, they can honestly just send Jax to a side lane, and I am not sure if Irelia is going to be able to match
They're
that.
taking the
So,
Skull Dragon right now, and it's looking like it's
okay.
going uncontested. As just team, they just push for tier 2 and mid.
right, they do get a Drake, but
They don't have any minions, so they're not going to be able to grab this tower. And now they're really far up, so they're just going to walk upwards.
oh, the TP is taken from Jax. This might
Blue House might be in some trouble here.
Maokai's here as well. Oh, everyone's here.
A
But the rest of the
huge-
red team
That's
is
a bounty with the
following.
Varus.
Yeah.
So they have to gather here quickly.
It's
They
really
have
good
no
movement from
ultimate.
Moonlight. Really good macro movement there. They gave the Drake, but they got the Jax. So this is the best play I think they could have done anyways because they were so behind.
I agree.
Yeah, and we do have in the chat here from Cashbox, go Impact. Love to see
Let's
supports
go.
for both teams here.
Yeah.
Putting on a good match for us so far. Pretty even. Close in gold, close in kills.
Except for the Drake, I think overall I think Impact is a bit favored, but we'll have to see.
I think they're very favored, but like you said, it just kind of depends on how these team fights are played, and I don't think they're giving up. Team Moonlight.
They're not, yeah. They made a really good play there, getting Jax. Jax was definitely TP'd there with some confidence there because he was really fed, so there's no way he could lose the 1v1. But he didn't expect everyone from Moonlight to sort of come converging in top lane.
Yeah, and I'm really glad Team Moonlight didn't look to overextend there. Maybe they thought, oh, we can take this 5v4, but with no ultimates left, they used all their ultimates on Jax just to catch him up there. So
Right.
it's hard to imagine a world where they're able to win these team fights, but we don't know.
Looks like maybe the Jax is going to take another 1v1 versus the Aurelia, which he has been winning, and he does have slight item advantage.
Right. I think Team Impact definitely has better side lane pressure with Jax that fed compared to Aurelia. So I think going 1-4 split for Impact would be really good.
Yeah, I can definitely see that working out. I thought they were going to send the Jax bot whenever they were fighting for the Chemtech Soul, because that was a huge wave, and they had Baron, but
Right.
alas, it
That's
did
what
not
I was
happen.
thinking as well, yeah. Oh, this Zeri might be a little... Okay. That got me a little scared, that
Not with
position.
900 shields, she's not. It's like the Silas versus the Jax, Fed versus Fed.
The problem for Moonlight is they don't know where Sejuani is. They know now, but before they didn't. So
Oh,
that's why
a
they're
big
so
engage here from Jan here.
They really
hitting the
should win this,
stun.
though. Yep, Grass just running away.
Ooh, that poke from the Yumi is so frustrating. Like you said, she doesn't win a lot, but still is frustrating.
Right. Oh, that's all coming
Oh,
from
triple,
Maokai.
yeah.
Baited out. Oh, the Zeri.
The
Okay,
Shirelias
nice.
came out. Now TP's coming through they turn.
Really good counter engage by Sejuani here.
Everyone able to walk out of that alive. Few ultis burned. TP used there from Little Bro.
Right.
JS Jam getting the tier 2 bot side though, as Zeus is defending his tier 2 on top.
And he is just farming these turrets up.
He could die here, but he already got the bounty from the eject bounty. So
Oh, Little Bro's health gets chunked.
if GSGN gets a kill hit, that's huge. Oh, the ult misses.
It's like he has a
Does he
chance,
still get it
though.
though. I think he's still.
Almost. If you could just get back in range and
He-
dash towards
he
him, you
just
just continue to
waits.
autos. The sun lands in combat one. Oh,
Oh.
almost.
That
Very
was
close.
Way closer than
Very
it should
close
have
there.
been.
Good
7
try, I
big
say.
goals going to combat wombat.
Really good try from GSGN.
Looks like they know the Sejuani is bot. They're trying to force the Baron.
Yeah, they saw them bot. They know they have no vision on Baron, but now they're kind of having an inkling of the idea. Baron's just started now. Blue House should be able to stop this in time as Zeri's really close. They could be in a bit of
Oh, it's an
trouble.
engage from Jax. Really big ult
Oh,
there as
huge
well.
Zeri
Zeri.
Zeri's
big
here
ult.
now.
Really.
That's gonna be a quadra kill, isn't it?
Oh, Blue House lands a double stun. Drake just has to
Wow.
hobble out of there, so his whole team falls right behind him.
I see the idea, but with Lethality Varus, you really don't have a fast Baron. So there is no way they could have done Baron that fast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Team Moonlight may have been getting a little bit desperate there, trying to just grab
Mhm.
the Baron, get out, seeing the Sejuani bot
Yeah.
side. But Blue House, Samir Socks, and Catgirl was all that was needed to stop that Baron attempt.
Right.
No, they get a very strong push mid.
And that engage from Blue House was really, really good too because he saw the Zeri coming in. So uh, one Blue House knew that if he engaged now, then Zeri could come in clean up later. So it was really good engage from Jax.
About 45 seconds left for this Elder Drake to come up.
Wow.
That's gonna be the next big fight here, and truthfully, I think that's what's gonna decide the game. Is Jace Jen gets caught out again?
No. He's gonna die.
Huge Gragas cast. Jace Jen just can't go anywhere,
Can't move.
Just two tanky boys.
Yep.
and
Or
that's
a
so
Tinky boy and a
unfortunate.
girl.
As Drag is now coming, uses the ulti.
And a cat.
Lil Bro is caught. Zeus has a Gragas ult. Lil Bro might fall here.
Oh.
He is just
That
tanking
Gragas.
it up.
And the second E.
This might actually be like the earliest Elder Drake that I've seen.
Oh, and they're still going. They're looking for more Combat Wombat here, taking a bunch of this damage as TP coming in from.
They
Blue House.
absolutely
going
need to
on the
focus
Zeri,
the
but Zeri's
Zeri,
too
though.
strong, especially
Oh
Yumi.
no.
Ooh.
Wow. Cleanup.
They just can't melt through Combat Wombat.
They
They just don't have
clean up.
enough damage, and Zera's able to
Yeah.
poke all of them and just kill them all as the TP.
They're
comes
getting
through.
Elder at 30 minutes. That's actually really fast.
That is very
Wow,
fast.
and Samir Socks with a GG at 30 minutes.
No way.
That is quite toxic.
Yeah,
I'm
that
okay
is-
with it. Will and I might not be, but
Definitely not something that I would encourage saying GG before game is over.
no, I wouldn't encourage it either.
Yeah.
Definitely is very hard for Team Moonlight here.
It's like the Gragas TP in here too. They want to maybe dive this man. They said we've taken you on twice already in one, so.
Chase Jen just can't defend this, or can you?
Ooh.
How about Wombat taking a lot of tower damage? Gets the
Ooh.
tower, but it's not enough.
It's really good play from GS Jans.
Samir Socks is here now. Justin is in a bit of trouble.
Zeri's here, so
Oh, and the execute comes through.
Yep.
Well, bro, tanking this tower, not even carrying, just taking this turret down. Uh-oh. Bro gets caught with the ulti.
they are tied here, but I don't think they have the damage, do they?
No, but the Varus Q was, I think, full charge and did 0 damage to Lilbro there. And Lilbro's
Yeah.
not even building full tank, he's building hybrid.
That's the problem with Lethality Varus. If you are behind, there's really nothing you can do,
Right, now there's a mid wave threatening, and you have to defend the bot inhib.
right?
And the top
Jax
inhib
is-
as well.
Jax is just going at it. This might be GG.
It may
It's
be.
looking so difficult here.
We'll have to see how they played here. Looks like they may end up with no inhibitors. Oh, never mind. They have one. Ignore that.
Alright, and Team Moonlight just clearing their ads, trying to buy themselves some time, try and give themselves opportunity to get back in this game. The Elder Dragon should be gone by now. So you just have to clear waves, wait for inhibs to come back up, and try to fight this next Elder Drake spawn.
Definitely gonna be a rough match with Zeri having cleanse.
It's just
I
so
think-
hard for anyone to get
yeah.
onto him.
The only way I can see this ending up as a win for Moonlight is if Leona gets a really good stun lock onto Zeri, maybe an ult first or flash E, and then Silas following that up with a chain, and then just deleting Zeri. Aside from that, I feel like,
And we have a pause.
okay, guess it's a pause. They are allowed to pause. So,
Looks like it's a religious thing as well, so understandable.
okay. should be resuming after a bit. Yeah. So.
Oh man, but since we're here, I think
Oh, we're resuming.
but I think we got your thoughts, right, Willa, on how Team Moonlight can kind of come back from this. What are your thoughts, Hawk?
I think a clean engage on the Zeri to pop through all those shields and then stun lock her like they've been doing with quite a few other people can definitely make it happen. Oh,
Right.
the game is frozen on my end. Can you guys, do you see that too, Willa?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, it's credit.
Oh, it's good now. So.
Clean now. So sorry about that, guys. We're as high tech as we can be. It's the league client. It's not us.
Okay, it's gonna be the last
that
fight
is
of the
a
game.
really clean ult from Combat Wombat.
They're able to
Just
find
delete
Poro
Severus.
really quickly. Blue House is decimating the back line. Dreg is trying to do something back to their back line, but it's not enough as everyone else falls and Dreg is just ignored.
That should be GG now.
Yeah, now they're on the towers and Dreg can't do anything as Lil Pro is looking for him just to add salt to the wound. Oh, no, can
Chase the
Dreg
tree.
live? Can
Chase
Dreg
the
live?
tree.
Come on, end game, end game! Oh,
Oh no!
No, the tree could not survive. That's why we have global warming.
Save the trees, guys.
Yeah, this is not environmentally friendly.
And so, what kind of happened there that led to the huge snowball into the mid and later portions of the game there for Team Impact? How were they able to get so dominant near the end?
I think their bot lane, especially their Zeri Yumi, was sort of left alone for too long. Especially if they had a lead like what Zeus had, they should have sort of incorporated the mid lane into small skirmishes and lead into Drake fights. But we didn't really see that from Moonlight, and I think that's part of why Zeri was able to just grow so like out of control there.
Right, and Jerry did have that 5.5 items, so she was kind of just able to get into that late stage game.
Right.
Yeah, and I mean, the Drakes really made a difference too. I mean, they won every Drake fight, even whenever they didn't start that one Drake. I think it was for third Drake or fourth Drake. I can't remember, but really, I think they misplayed a little bit, like Willa was saying. I think it is a play for bot meta still, right? As Willa famously likes to say, and I guess everybody says, right? You know, they played, you know, the Yumi and the Zeri didn't have to get out of control. They just did.
Yeah.
You know, it just happened. It just so happened that they did.
And I have to wonder if they purposely left the Aurelia open to counterpick Jan with the Jax, and it's kind of looking like it because Jax was just unable to get anything done throughout the game through enough all of his own. I mean, there were a lot of ganks coming his way topside, but it was also just really hard to play into Jax, so I don't know.
That's a good point. Maybe they. I do think at this point people know that GSGM plays Aurelia, so I wonder maybe they left Aurelia open on purpose so that they could counterpick. That's a good point.
I'm getting some love for the Poro League overlay here. They say they love the Ari Poro. They love the Volibear Poro.
It's credits to, I believe it's Toast and Oatmeal Cookies as
Yep.
part of the admin team.
Both of them did fantastic jobs.
Really great work. What's your favorite Poro here? Hawks and ZQ?
Yeah, it has to be the Gragas. It has to be the Gragas. It's hilarious. He's just having such a good time, and he's a Poro. I mean,
I think the Moo Poro deserves a little bit of love. The tears coming out of his eyes, tongue sticking out. I think I love that one.
some friends.
very
That's all.
true.
Looks like
Need
Drag
some more.
agrees with me here.
Yeah, Drag likes Game of Poro. So.
They are great. And we have the giraffes coming out. Let's see what we have here. Olaf ban again. Yumi ban now. Quite frustrating for them in lane, like I stated. I know that feeling as a support player.
Right. And hopefully, if they're able to take some of the comfort picks away from the bot lane, they can play more towards that side and prioritize that. I'm hoping to see more from that, from Team Moonlight this upcoming next game. Yeah, the Zeri Yumi ban.
Just straight Zeri Yumi bans. That's all. That's what they said they needed, and they got it now. Pantheon band. Who plays Pantheon on Moonlight? Do we know? Is that Dreg their jungler, or is it a support pick?
I believe Kuronami plays a Pantheon, their ADC, which I don't. Yeah,
In the Silas pick, they did not like the Silas pick, even though they won that. They said we're taking that away.
Zeus is just too good on the Silas.
Yeah, we have seen him play others though. I mean, what did we see him play in the first game of the last match? It was a
Oriana.
Oriana. The Oriana was strong, even though it didn't stand out like the Silas. It was definitely a force.
Right, still got great Oriana ultis.
Absolutely, the great ults lead to great team fights most of the time. That's why they won that first match. But they're in a little bit of a pickle here, being down 0-1. Moonlight is, of course. Impact seeming very strong. A lot of all lanes, did pretty well. And their jungler, even though they missed a couple of heralds, they got Soul, and then they got Elder, and then they got multiple Barons, and they won the game. Oh, Kate Morgana. That's a lot of range.
That's a very oppressive bot lane as well. So Moonlight instantly locking that in and kind of saying, we want this and we want to win lane with this. That's great to see.
Ooh.
Oh, Draven.
And Melio.
That is pretty spicy.
That's a lot of range, too.
It's a strong lane matchup if I've ever seen one.
A fun lane matchup. I'm ready for this. I don't play ADC, but I play a little sport, and I'm excited for this. I want Melio to kick that ball straight at them.
If this Draven and Melio get even a smidge of a lead in the bot lane, and it looks like they might with Hecarim coming in for the jungle, it could spell disaster for Team Moonlight. So it's just about keeping this lane even, keeping this bot lane stable, and just trying to make sure we can get to the later games where Caitlyn really shines.
That's a J4.
Yeah,
they
it's a
also
J4
left
pick.
Irelia open again.
I don't think they're worried about Aurelia. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Aurelia can scale out of control if if given the opportunity.
Well, I guess they saw from the game previously that they did ban Irelia this time.
It is.
Okay.
I guess, like you said, they felt comfortable with having Jax on the table against Aurelia. But now they took Jax off the table, so it's like, we're not doing that.
That makes sense.
And a Gwen ban, and a Cho'Gath ban. All interesting bans.
I would like to see Drake be a bit more proactive in involving bot lane fights. To me, it's a little weird to see so much invested top lane. Because
you
so
have a
much
very
of the
strong.
yeah,
Sorry, go ahead.
so much of the game depends on how fed your ADC is. So, it's a cannon.
Cannon top.
I believe so.
I think Olaf. Oh wait, they banned Olaf.
Yep, they banned Olaf.
They're really target banning our mans here.
The cannon can be flexed to mid lane.
True that.
But yeah, it's likely to go top.
True that. He can be flexed to mid lane.
And Zeus being the, god of thunder. You might want to take up the cannon.
No way! I didn't even make that connection.
Okay.
What if it is a mid cannon? Let's go.
A Riven. Ooh, Riven. The Engage Queen.
Interesting picks. I think these are really, really interesting picks. Like, they're like picks that may result in a lot of hyped moments in the game. Like you see Hecarim with Engage, Jarvan Engage with Cannon Wombo combo, Draven can really pop off as well, Riven as well. It's gonna be a spicy game for sure.
Very spicy. I'm seeing two top laners. Yeah, I'm seeing two top laners on Impact side right now, or at least two junglers.
Mid Riven or mid Tryndamere.
I think Team Impact kind of got a lot of confidence from this last game, and just the Draven, Riven, and Tryndamere picks. Those are picks where you need to do well in, and if you do well, you absolutely stomp the rest of the game. But if you can't get that early lead, then it's a lot harder. So we'll see.
I completely agree with that. With Draven, Riven, Tryndamere, those are the picks you pick going into a normal draft game, looking to stomp like new players. Like, you know what I
True
mean?
that.
Right.
Like these
So
are like, yeah, these are champs that you pick because you're confident. So definitely Impact feeling really confident right now.
can you invite me?
Oh crap! You are not in here.
Oh, it's okay.
My bad. You can watch
Can
on
you stream?
Discord. Apologies. Am I not streaming yet? Oh, my bad.
We have to watch through Hawks' POV.
Well, it's just the cam. You know what it is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I've been doing. So
My bad. My bad. I was
Some,
too focused on the Poros.
That's understandable.
I mean, that's our name, right?
Adorable Poros.
Liga Poro.
League of Poro.
League of Poro. And
Seems like
I like the
mid.
Kennen pick. I really like it. I don't know why, but I think it's because they're mostly purple on their team.
Where are they in the wrong side?
Sorry, what?
Are they in the wrong side?
No, it's fine because the loser of the last game picks their side, so I assume Moonlight picked
Uh.
blue side again.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Exciting. Tryndamere versus Kennen. Riven versus Syndra. How do you feel about the Riven versus Syndra? Riven not normally played mid. What do you think, Z?
I do think Riven will have a tougher time in laning phase. And like I said, I feel like it's kind of an ego pick because Zeus played really well last game, even winning that lane. So playing Riven into Syndra and making it more difficult for yourself, I don't know if that's something you exactly want to do, but we'll see how this game kind of turns out because if this Riven can't get that lead in the early lane and Zeus is able to, the Synders can be so powerful in these team fights that are to come later on.
Yeah, I'm not too familiar with mid. Maybe Willa can talk about it a little bit more. But in my experience with playing with a Syndra or against a Syndra, if they're even a little bit fed, they're a big time playmaker with stuns and the thing that tosses stuff. I don't know what it's called. With the stun, I mean, it's just a huge thing from a mid laner. What do you think, Willa?
Yeah, I mean you're right. Syndra is a very safe pick, and it's also a scaling pick. And then especially with mid Riven, obviously it's going to depend on how good Riven is at dodging Syndra's skill shots. But Syndra has that E where she can just disengage, even against people that have dashes. So that's definitely going to make it harder for Riven to really have any like winning trades in lane. But again, we also saw how Impact pulled their comp, so we'll see how it goes. But overall, I guess Impact has a stronger early game, or it seems like. I'm gonna say the Kennen pick. I'm not really sure if the Kennen pick is good, if I'm being honest.
Okay, I agree. I think the Kennen is a little bit strange of a pick. Not an extremely strong champ, not exactly a weak champ. Can make some plays too. I mean, multiple stuns, right, with his ultimate. You know, that can definitely open some stuff up.
Right.
But I mean, it's strange picks on both sides slightly, right? I mean, the mid Riven, Kennen, a little bit weird. The rest of the picks pretty solid and normal. I can say if we had to grade both of these teams, like just which team would you rather be playing on? Like as far as based on comps, just simply based on comps. Like, would you rather be mid Riven or would you rather be like top Kennen? You know.
Definitely top Kenny.
Yeah. I'd say mid. I'd rather be the Syndra here.
Right, and just the blue side, I think team just has a much better team comp that can work really cohesively with really strong ultimates. The Kennen ult may not be Kennen may not be as strong in lane or in the meta currently, but if JSJN can find these good flank angles and can get into the back line, find this Draven, land some good ultimates and good stuns, that can be a real game changer right there. So I'm liking the comp a lot more from Team Moonlight.
Well, I'll go against the grain here. I like Riven a lot. Haven't mastered her in any means, but I'm going with the mid Riven. Let's do it, little bro. I'm with you.
Little bro, let's go.
Go ahead, kill the Riven mid. Get him.
Picking the Ignite too, so Like I said, confidence.
Yep. Impact has no TP at all. They're just
None.
gonna they're in this game to just hard diff their lanes. And that is why they're playing this game.
We would love to see some diffing in every lane.
Well,
Make
the-
it interesting. Is that an
the gripe
umbrella
I-
Jarvan is carrying? What is going
Yeah.
on?
That's a top tier skin. Okay,
Is it gonna
Moonlight won this
rain?
one. Moonlight
Is it
won
gonna
that one
rain?
already. Yep.
Oh my gosh. They're doing their signature engage here, it looks like.
Yep. But Impact should be aware of this.
Oh,
But Jarvan has no CC.
yeah,
so-
that's true, that's true. Guys, the side is wrong. Want to reset.
Oh, it sounds like the side is. What just
Okay.
happened here?
They don't care about the sides.
They don't care. They just want to keep playing.
Gaming is gaming. That's what they're saying.
I guess they're just gonna go on with it. I guess they don't really want to restart.
Just want to play the game.
No remake. Okay. Well, the gripe I had with Moonlight Team Comp this year, they're very squishy and they're not exactly mobile. Like if you look at Impact's comp, they have Tryndamere, Hecarim, Riven. If they get on you and you can't get away, chances are they're gonna win, right? They're gonna just kill you.
Very true.
So
Right.
seeing Moonlight have like immobile champions like Syndra, Caitlyn, right, Morgana, that means they're gonna have to space perfectly.
Are we able to pull up the scoreboard here?
I apologize. There we go.
Yep. We're already seeing it here. Mid lane, top lane, if they get on you, they're gonna win the trades.
Yep. The name of the game right now is just survive it to the mid-late game, as Ember is finding some really good vines, and Kakarot's getting really
Good
low
trade.
now.
Had to use the heal there for.
Oh my gosh. Samira sucks doing so much damage for those autos on Draven.
Oh, the Jarvan's here for a level 2 gank.
Or counter engage.
Draven. No, he's moving away. He could have stayed, I think, but I guess he. Oh, he's coming back. He's coming back. It's Jarvan's coming back.
I don't know. The
He's kinda
Caitlyn's so
waffling back and forth,
low.
looking for something.
It's too
He's
late
walking
now,
now.
because Caitlyn Morgana's still level 1. There's. Oh, this is really bad for Jarvan here. Hecarim's already on his 5th camp. Jarvan
Yeah,
already did.
and Jan's only cleared 2. Really, I mean not Jason. Drake's really only cleared 2 camps, so really behind on
Yep.
tempo.
Another interesting point is Kennen obviously has a lot of CC, but with Milio, I haven't really seen Kennen into Milio, but I would assume if Milio has ult, he can just cleanse all his team out from the stun. That would be really huge.
That would be a huge play to see.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe predicting the future a little bit, are we?
Hopefully we can see that. That'd be really cool. As the little bro jumping at the Zeus here, chunking up a lot of HP.
Oh, we see an invade here from the Hecarim.
Oh no! And this
Really
is
smart play.
this is the result of Drag just spending so much time looking for that bot lane gank, not able to clear any of his top side, gets invaded by Combat Wombat, and now he's just gonna lose everything with absolutely no mid and top priority. No one can help him.
Yep, he definitely made a decision to go to that bot lane, like you said, and it may not have been the right one at the time. There's a lot of minion damage that the Riven is about
with
to
Ignite.
take.
Yep.
Yeah, little bro does still have the ignite, so has Force of Recolor for Zeus, but it's fine for him because he was able to push the wave up all the way.
The Tryndamere Riven pick was definitely not something I was expecting.
Yeah, true that.
And they last picked it too, right? Usually against like a Tryndamere Riven, it's really good if you pick like a tank champ to lane against them and just build armor items. But for Moonlight, they have Ken and Syndra. They're both very squishy, so it's gonna be hard.
The healings from this Emilio, from Kakarot, is doing so much. They're just not able to chunk any of Samira Sock's HP down. And
Right.
they were down HP so early on, but now they're full again.
Especially with Melio's range boost, now Draven can kind of contest Caitlyn in terms of range, and his autos hurt a lot more early game. So
Ooh,
Oh,
that is a
that's-
great combo of
that might be a
CC
kill.
there.
Flashes in, heal comes out. Kuros
oh, that was
such low
really
HP.
close. That was actually I know Caitlyn didn't flash there. I don't know if that was a good call, but I guess she knew the damage. She just used
Yeah.
heal. She knew she'd be alive. So.
Kuronami playing on the knife's edge and surviving. That was really scary to see there.
Mhm. But I would say I think it's a good flash spent by Draven, even though it doesn't result in a kill. That basically means Caitlyn can't really see us, right? And Hecarim's using their bot fire to advantage. Yeah, starting an early Drake.
Well,
Oh,
bro,
Looks like Engage is coming out mid lane.
stuff is happening
Flash is
everywhere.
coming out mid lane.
Combat's now going for a gank.
With Charmin,
Dragon's
the levels
the combat is level 5 and Syndra doesn't have flash. Okay, just able to get out of there. Woo.
That's a level 3 Jarvan. That's gonna be really rough for Drake to catch up.
That's 16 CS to Combat's 40 CS. It's really hard for him to do anything right now.
Yeah,
And
that is
Combat
gonna be
Wombat's
really-
able just to have so much tempo on the map, get to these ganks faster, and just be so far up on the CS advantage.
Looks like what is happening is exactly what Willa said. They are farming for free, gonna shove this in because of Caitlyn. Just made to be so low, couldn't stay in lane.
Mhm.
One Draven auto would have made her fall over.
The dragon wasn't picked up from combat yet, from Combat Wombat, so
Mhm.
that is something you kind of have to breathe a sigh of relief for as Team Moonlight, because you want this game to take as long as possible, right? You want to get to the 40-50 minute mark when everyone has items on your side.
Right.
You don't want this to stay in kind of this phase of the game. You don't want to give them a lead, the enemy team a lead.
Oh, nice E there. Oops, Syndra's looking to freeze here. It's a pretty smart move there. Freezing there would deny Riven of any trades that she can do because she'd be up to E under tower.
Something
this
that,
does-
something I just wanted to point out real quick is Team Impact did draft this early lane win con, but the CS is still even for both sides here, so they're not
Oh,
able to find the lead they're kind of looking for in this early game.
Yep. Yeah, the CS is actually pretty even. Though for a Hecarim and the Jarvan, it's a huge difference.
Yeah, that's a
there.
big one. And Hecarim took big advantage of that too and counter jungled him. So he just didn't even have a way to get, back in it.
That was
That's
a
what you're
really
supposed
smart
to
move
do.
by Combat Wombat, yeah.
It's like they're gonna try and use
Oh,
their
the Ghost is
abilities
popped.
there.
Here's
Ghost.
Flash. Ghost for Flash is really good for Tryndamere.
Combat Wombat now fighting
job.
Dragon the River as the bot lane's kind of having a little scuffle.
Oh, the
Ooh, looks
Caitlyn
like
might have overstepped there.
multiple scuffles here going on.
Yeah, everyone's still alive. Dragon Kuro on half HP, but still alive. Haven't given that gold over. But now Combat Wombat's starting to Dragon, and with the bot priority and Drag having no HP, just has to clear his top side and give that first Drake away.
Milio just has so much to counter the damage and poke coming out at the moment. Until then Caitlyn starts chunking, later on in the game like you guys said, so.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that is
no.
dangerous.
Blue House not letting Drag get his blue buff.
Oh, Hecarim is just living in Jarvan's jungle.
Yep.
Right, taking his Raptor camp.
Really
down.
smart play, yeah.
I mean,
And they
he
don't know he's
said-
there, right? So
Yeah, exactly. So he said, you're behind and you're going to stay that way. That's what he wants them to be. That's why they sent the Tryndamere into his jungle as well, I'm sure.
Yep. Just kind of harassing Drag and bullying him. But if Drag can have that mental fortitude and then try and get into the later game, get his mythic item, maybe second or third item, he'll be okay.
Very true.
Drag's helping Jan push this wave in. Try to get that reset off for him. Or maybe look for a Rift Herald here. Oh, they spot Hecarim in the bot side now. They're not going to be gank coming through. Kuro is really low. Flashes it perfectly. Great Black Shield there from Ember.
Maybe
That was a
dive here
perfect
coming
flash,
in.
but now they're in some trouble as
It's
the
gonna
ult
be a
comes out.
dive. It's dead Caitlyn. That Hecarim
Oh,
too.
trades 1-for-1. That's not what you want.
Draven does get the cash in. He lives here though.
He's proxying the wave now. Ember has to clear these casters quick.
Nice Q.
That is a lot
Oh
of
my
damage.
gosh. Samira sucks. Low half HP. Ember is fine. And it is a 1-for-1, but when you're the Hecarim and you have such huge lead and you initiate that, that's not how you want it to go. As now Dreg is using the opportunity to start this Rift Herald with Jan.
Right. That's definitely giving away Rift Herald.
Oh my gosh, Ember's learning all of these bindings, and Samira's is at so low HP now.
They're gonna have to back now. They should give some breathing time for Caitlyn to catch up with CS, hopefully.
Yeah, when you said Samira just then, I was very confused because I didn't see a Samira. But I get
Draven's
it.
name is Samira.
I get it now. I caught up. My brain caught up. It's my beat.
I'm hoping to see some cross-map ultis from Samir Socks from the Straven. I think that'd be really fun and cool to see.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. I mean, maybe even try to steal, an objective
That would
or
be
a
so
kill.
cool. Or a kill. That'd be cool. Or both.
Or
Time to
both
kill
at the
and
same
Baron.
time. Whoa! This guy gets it. He knows how to
Get some hype
game.
up here. It's funny because we thought this would be a super hype matchup early, but it's going really slow right now. 11 minutes in and only 1-for-1.
Right. And what that means is actually Moonlight's playing very well. They're playing very carefully into a comp that's really good early game, like Draven, Riven, right?
Mm-hmm.
Nice strike.
Just
I
a
feel like
lot.
that's the 50th time we've seen that happen. Where
Yeah.
little bro goes in on
Yeah.
Zeus, does a lot of damage, and just walks out. And like,
Yeah.
that's,
Oh, that's a flash engage.
might be different
This
this
might be a
time as
kill.
Ignite comes out. Oh my god.
Is Ignite kill it? No, I don't think so, right?
No, it was too high HP.
Wow, that's like one tick off.
The ult comes out,
Goes in.
but there's so much healing. Crew are really low HP.
There's just no damage. For
Press
Draven.
R, see if we can get the root off. Oh, Samir just.
Oh, nice Samiro.
Good
oh my
tank.
god, Kaga
Huge
blood so
tank.
That was really well played from both sides, getting really
good,
close
yeah.
there.
That means they might be able to get some tower plate. Nope, they're just gonna opt to go back here. I actually hadn't realized how much of the bot
Remember
lane
trying to harass a
tower plate
bit
they had
more.
chipped off. Must have been from the Herald.
It was from the Herald. You're correct.
That is pretty good for the Caitlyn. Although Hecarim's kind of taking all of Jarvan's jungle now.
Yeah.
Feast for Hecarim.
Yeah, you invest in bot lane, you think it's gonna go well, but then your jungle's gone.
No
does
way,
he get
he
this
goes
kill
high.
here?
Intros the back is actually huge. If he's still out here. But
Yeah.
that means Riven gets a first, like a free push.
Just kinda
has
canceling
to-
the back and
Flash
Dragons.
coming in.
That's actually a really good play, I would say. And Riven gets free push, forces Cinders to stay. Cinder's like half HP through third HP.
Oh yeah. Well, bro, with the item advantage, and the Riven ult is almost up again. So if we can keep Zeus in the lane for another 30, 15 seconds, could be disaster for Zeus.
Right.
I was gonna say it's a weird dichotomy because Jarvan, he can go fine without CS. He can go kind of like starve into the later game as long as he gets a couple items. He'll be okay eventually. He'll be tanky.
Right.
Hecarim, he wants to get as much farm as he can. He wants to get that sustain and that damage in. So kind of a funny dichotomy. Kind of see them both
Right. That is
getting
true.
what, not necessarily what they want, but like Hecarim getting what he wants, and Jarvan will be okay.
Mhm.
Looks like they're looking for a Drake here with both the mid and the Hecarim on Drake right now.
Impact starts it off.
They see it.
Looks like they're
Finding
trying to
goes
pull it out now a little bit late, but
I think they're looking for a steal here. Dreg might try to look for a steal, but they don't have any vision on it so far. It looks like. Uh-oh, just goes
he
right
goes
back in.
in, but
He was
Oh.
baiting it. He steals
he
it.
did
Just
steal it.
The ulti
Huge
comes out,
Jarvan
Hecarim
arm.
flashes out. Oh, Hecarim ult is now on to Caitlyn. Caitlyn can't join the fight. Ember is way too far forward. Just falls immediately, and Combat Wombat just kills Kuronami.
what a turn of events there.
A
I
great
would-
steal.
not say that was a worth.
No.
But yeah.
If it was Dreg and Dreg alone that died for that seal, it would have been worth. But Kuro and Ember
Yeah.
thought they could turn that into a fight, but Zeus just couldn't join that fight, and Ember tries to help Dreg with the backline, but that just
Right.
leaves the Caitlyn Kuro just kind of at the will and mercy of combat wombats, it gets run down.
This Draven is becoming a monster again, like the last game we saw.
That's
yeah,
the
it looks
2-0.
like their Kennen also swapped lanes a little bit here. Oh no, he just
I guess Kennen was just covering a bit.
it's like the Tryndamere doing what Tryndameres do in invading jungles.
Man, Draven with an Essence Reaver is
15
hurt.
minutes, 15 and a half minutes, Essence Reaver. The only thing that would be worse if they had a Shirelius right now, but they're working on it.
To see that Millie already has like a range boost for Draven,
Yep.
and you just get hit by Draven
Yep.
auto, like that's gonna hurt with this Essence Reaver.
Draven
And
actually...
they're stealing the blue too. What?
Zeus might be caught out now. There's nowhere for him to run. He has to run all the way back to his base, but Blue should be able to run him down, running towards the cannon now.
Running towards the cannon, but
Oh no, this is a disaster. Oh,
a nice ult
Oh,
from
huge
Kennen, but
ult.
Trin has an ult too.
flashes over the wall.
His Trend.
Oh,
ult-
Syndra can...
Zeus finally falls and Jan runs into the jungle because he's feared by the Hecarim ulti, and now Jan might fall here too. Oh,
Riven's here to get the kill.
W and steals the kill.
And Draven got a kill bot lane as well. Oh,
Drag
it's a
jumps
shutdown.
in, kills Draven. Oh,
Oh,
my
really good
goodness.
queue.
oh
Good
my gosh,
engages from both teams on different sides of the maps entirely.
yeah.
It was gonna be rough if Moonlight didn't get anything from bot side.
True
But
that.
At least they got the kills, got the shutdown for Caitlyn. At least.
And they're
that's-
going to get the tower plate as well.
But huge applause to Drag. Drag, if I was him and I was in this game, I'd be tilted out of my mind. I would just be
Yeah.
farming. But he's still looking for these plays and he's finding something as
Oh
I'm complimenting
my.
him. He dies. Never mind. Is that what they call the caster's curse? I think it is.
Caster's Curse, that's correct.
Yep, you just cursed Drag.
like
I
that's
feel
a
really
kill
bad
as
for
well.
Drag.
It's like they get a shutdown on the Riven to reset her. A lot of action coming out from this one. A little bit slower match last time, but this is fun to watch.
It's
Yeah.
definitely a fun watch.
Towers from both top and bottom falling, mid tower falling.
And Team Impact has the lead by about 6,000 gold. So it's going to be how they can use this advantage to kind of keep the pressure up and kind of get more objectives, get more gold on the map, and try to just increase their advantage.
Very true. We see them leaving the Draven in the bot lane. I don't know how smart that is going to be against a Syndra.
Uh-oh.
That is a ton of damage, though. I may have spoken too
Girl
soon.
walks.
Ooh,
Drake
this
can't
may
farm in
be
his
a
jungle.
kill.
Oh, now he's diving him. Drag just can't do anything. He still has ulti, but he's full HP. Doesn't even need it.
Oof.
Good binding there, but should be able to at least get the ulti out of him. No, not even. Didn't even use the
Did he not have his
ulti.
ult?
GSGN just swoops in and just
Blue House must have not seen Jan coming from the jungle. Just uses the pro to close the distance and kill him before he can use the ulti. And that Kuro got out here in the bot lane. Does dodge ult. Oh, perfect trap. Has to use the ulti. Oh, it's not enough.
We got a Riven mid. Let's go from Joshua. Joshua Batak. Thank you, Joshua. We love the Riven mid too, or at least I did. I was the only one that believed in it.
Well, I believed in it too, but at this point now it's hard.
Yeah, this game could definitely, even though the gold lead and the kill lead is a little bit, I do believe it could go either way still.
You're definitely right. I mean, like we said, it was expected for Team Moonlight to kind of not have the early advantage with this team comp. With the way the game's going, it's only 6k gold difference. So if they can just last a bit longer and get a bit of farm, just get some items. Hopefully we'll see something. Oh my gosh, perfect trap there
really
from
good
Kuro.
traps there.
Oh my gosh, huge stun. Gets the kill.
Heck might have overextended here.
Blue House used the ulti, but now Dragfall.
Oh, okay. That is just Tryndamere things.
Ooh, big Tryndamere things for sure.
Nice.
Oh,
Get the Emilio.
Jen goes ahead and snipes that from him.
And I have to take a moment here to applaud Kuronami. I saw so many Caitlyn traps put out, trapping so many people, and I think that's what really made it so Tryndamere couldn't get more than that, and so that they could
Yep.
even get the kill in combat woman. That heck room.
That is
Really good trap
definitely,
placement there.
yeah, that definitely is a skill on Caitlyn for sure. Not every Caitlyn is doing that.
Mm-hmm. I do want to commend the Morgana as well. Ember the Flame, she ulted the Tryndamere, and Tryndamere is kind of stuck when he ulted, so that sort of allowed the Syndra to get the damage. And oh my
Oh, just
Jesus.
Cast
you-
curse?
That is my bad.
Yeah, just yoinked that. He said, "Willa, take that."
Maybe we should
Just-
stop applauding people.
We just stop
We don't like any of the players.
Yeah.
Now the game
They're
is
all
set back to
terrible.
normal. Everybody die on normal time, not after we say
Yeah.
it. That was an amazing Draven ult either way. That was a really good job.
Mm-hmm.
It's like knocking down a second blue turret in the mid. That's pretty strong.
Oh,
It's a
it's not
great
Draven.
engage there.
But it's not enough.
Good
Dragon
counter
is really
stun.
far and deep.
Oh my
HP 's gone.
goodness.
That's a
And then
really
ulti
good
comes out, but
ult by
doesn't stun
Kennen,
Draven.
but
It's like maybe the.
Catgirl is about to fall, but uses the ulti and just
Oh, no.
lives.
Ooh.
And we didn't see it, but Hecarim falls on the other side. But
And the Tryndamere doing what Tryndamere does as well. He's split pushing here, pulling them away from the Baron so that.
Tryndamere things.
he's probably
You go
gonna
to
get
stop
this
it.
too.
You go to stop it, he just kills you. Oh, but this time no.
He just goes ahead and
Flashes
gets
out.
out. He did his job. He's stalling.
Yep, and that means Baron. Oh, maybe they.
I guess
are
they
not
don't
able
feel
to
comfortable
use-
about it. Yeah, the Riven going really low there. They have heal from
They
Emilio
are
though.
getting really low. I'm not sure if they can do this. Riven's gonna.
They have Catgirl on the Melio, so maybe they can
Okay,
have
yeah,
a
yeah,
sustain
yeah,
together.
yeah. Okay.
And Draven's
Maybe
just
it's
standing in
just
place and catching his axe.
They're
He's trying
getting
to.
so low though.
Is it
can get it,
worth
right?
it? They
Right?
got
This
it. They
is-
got
They
it.
can get it.
Is this gonna work? Is Draven gonna?
Yeah. Okay.
Oh
my.
my goodness.
I was worried.
Oh my god. That was really close.
At the
I
very
wasn't
least, it
sure.
was entertaining. Not for
Yeah.
sure.
Yep, for sure. Oh,
Samir
it's the
sucks.
flashing away.
Are finding all these angles on the Draven. Even when they're jumped on by Drag, use the cleanse perfectly, flashed out perfectly. That last fight, so it's just
What
really
I-
hard.
What I realized was in the draft, I was sort of expecting like a wombo combo with Jarvan and Kennen, but it doesn't really quite work the same way as Jarvan or Rihanna because for Kennen to be able to wombo combo, she has to get inside Jarvan's wall thing.
Right.
And the last fight we saw when I think there was a bit of a miscommunication there because when Jarvan ulted, Kennen wanted to go in, but Jarvan's wall sort of prevented Kennen from going in. So that was a little unfortunate there.
That's why there was a little bit of a delay, huh?
Yeah. Yep, for sure.
Samir Socks has Puppet Cleanse, Gav the Morgana binding.
It's a 6-1 Draven, 3-1 Riven. Yep. Tryndamere's just Tryndamere. Hecarim's just Hecarim.
Very true.
Uh-oh.
They do see him
Engage.
isolated.
Elder just flashes out of it, but Kennen does have the ulti. Bro running for the hills. Doesn't get the second knockup from Drag.
The heals
Oh.
from Elio is insane.
And
Now
meanwhile,
they get a mid tower.
Wombo Wombo and Samir Socks is taking so much
Oh my
here, and
goodness,
Kuronami's
what
about
a
to fall
heck
immediately.
ult.
Right.
Pressure from so many sides coming out here.
Last two inhib.
Yep.
Still defending base. Dragon is up in 1 minute.
And the rotation to top side to get the top turret is nice here.
Very good rotation. Absolutely.
Maybe
Looks
they'll
like-
leave Tryndamere to solo Drake.
Team Impact's playing the map so well,
Yep.
using their leads to generate pressure everywhere, and it's really hard for anyone else to respond. So really good
There
on
is
that.
there is no answer to this. I think if Impact's playing it perfectly with the lead that they have, they're already ahead by like 12k gold. That's a huge difference.
Yeah, and a lot of this comes from Combat Wombat's early game, really able to do so well in the jungle phase and translate that throughout the entirety of the map. I mean, we've seen so many times the Hecarim just ults Kuro, ults a Caitlyn, and Caitlyn can't do anything about it.
Right.
Yeah, very
Yeah.
true. No, I was just gonna say that that I feel like the Hecarim. Oh, it looks like an engage here.
Oh no.
Man,
Jag was trying to buy time for everyone else, but Combat Wombo
Yep.
gets out of the ulti.
Tried to
Running Zeus
sacrifice
down.
himself, but this might be a dead Caitlyn as well.
Yeah,
No
really far up
flash.
the smoke tower, trying to heal.
Wow, look at that damage.
Oh, JS Jan doesn't pop ulti before he uses the Zanyas, messes it up.
And that should be
and
game.
that would be a GG, I
Yeah.
believe. I was gonna say
I'm
they understood the J4 matchup maybe because so many people played J4 recently. So
Right.
they knew to counter invade there if he spent time in the bot lane. It's just played it
yeah,
so well.
I think like ZQ said, I think Combat Wombat really understood how to play the optimal jungle pathing, the optimal Hecarim paths and stuff like that. The early game that he played, getting rid of so many resources for Jarvan, definitely snowballed so much for their team. It's really well played by Wombat Combat and Team Impact as a whole.
Yeah, and huge applause. Is that the end of our series? I believe so, right?
Yep, it is a best
That
of 3,
is.
so Impact did win 2 games, so that's 2-0. in favor of
GG's to
Impact.
everybody. Very well
GG's.
played.
Well played.
Team Impact, congrats. Moving on to finals. So excited
Congratulations.
for next week.
First time they were streamed, and they showed up. So we apologize. The stream schedule was a little lopsided in areas. We're trying to get
Congrats.
it. We're trying to get it right.
Congrats, Team Impact, and I'm hoping if they play like this again next week, and we have an exciting match on our hands. And GG's to Team Moonlight.
Yeah, GG's both of you guys. You guys both worked very hard to get here, and you showed it. There's a little bit of funniness happening in our Discord. You guys,
Hopefully, Team Moonlight can make it to the next season as well in Poro
Yeah.
League,
absolutely,
and we help see everyone else there too, right?
of course, everybody and more. We hope to see.
More. It's well played to everyone today.
Oh, and it looks like did Team Mega Roar win the other match?
Yep, Mega Roar, I believe, beat Halog. So we do have our grand finals matchup. It's going to be Mega Roars versus Impact. Both are very strong teams from what I've seen. I'm really excited to see how the series end up. Next week, grand finals is going to be best of 5. So really excited about that.
Very exciting stuff all around. If we had to, because last match, we'll let you decide first, Willa. Me and Z last match decided on an MVP.
Oh yeah.
MVP?
If you had to give an MVP for both of these matches, or just the the series, whatever it may be, who would it be?
I feel like it's pretty obvious, no? I feel like we would all say the same one.
Go ahead, say yours.
I think Wombat Combat, the way he played the early game jungle, like I said before, like it was the reason Impact's ADC Samir Sox was able to get so ahead is because Wombat Combat pads almost perfectly around objective timings, and also just like lane presence, map presence in general. Also getting rid of Jarvan's camps, resources. He just played it perfectly. I think that's a huge part of why Impact was able to get ahead there in both games. So I have to give it to Wombat Combat there.
I actually disagree.
Ooh, this is why I wanted to bring it up.
Alright,
This is why.
Let's hear it.
The stand up for both of the games here in the entire series was Samira Sox was able to just really display such dominance throughout the laning phase, winning so much and carry that throughout every single fight. I mean, that Draven, that last game was disgusting. You couldn't walk anywhere in his screen without dying immediately. And then Zeri last game, it was really difficult lane having to dodge the Leona stuns, but was able to survive that laning phase and provide so much value in the fights. It was like a fine Zeri team comp, right? But they were never able to find him. I believe he was deathless in both games. I could be wrong. But he just was really strong.
You guys both make fantastic arguments. I'm going to actually say somebody different altogether for
Oh, wow.
fun. Listen, we need to talk about this mid laner, okay?
Okay.
The Gragas, just because the Silas got fed doesn't mean the Gragas wasn't making plays. They were nasty on Gragas. Those ultimates, perfectly placed for those fights.
True,
Okay?
true.
Tons of damage, tons of scaling, impacted a ton of lanes in the first match, okay? Now, the second game, playing Riven against a Syndra and almost going even in lane, I mean, it's unheard of.
That's true.
It's just
think
it's
it's
just I mean it's very commendable to do something like that, you know. I mean, taking a top laner that's mostly melee based, other than a bunch of, you know, engage with multiple dashes or whatever it may be, you know, I think it's very respectable, and I think it's a very strong thing to do, and then win with it, you know, right afterwards. I mean, I'd have to give it to the mid laner, just in my opinion, because the Gragas was nasty. Doesn't matter about the Silas KD, you know, it matters about the win, and then the Riven in that game. I mean, just looked like they were having fun all around.
Yeah. I do see your points. I think both for Samir Socks and the mid laner. Let's see, what was his name? It was Lil Bro. Yeah, let's go.
Our
Lil
low
Bro and
Awesome name, by the way.
They definitely showed up. Definitely played their carry roles really well. And especially in team fights too. I think the positioning with cooldown management, and also just being able to find those opportunities to win those fights was really crucial for Impact success here.
Yeah. If I had to give a real MVP though, because that was kind of like a troll one, I would have to give it to the ADC.
Yes.
I would have to get to the ADC. Look.
Outvoted.
It's not
No
that.
respect for combat.
No.
Wombat
No.
here.
I
Wow.
respect.
He did amazing.
I respect
Okay.
Combat Wombat. I respect,
okay.
and he made great plays. The second game was much better than the first. I
Right.
think the ADC stood out. I feel bad calling them ADC. What's their damn name? I don't remember. Samira Sock. You didn't play Samira. It confused me.
Quite a name.
But Samira Sock definitely deserved the MVP. I mean, they took advantage of being able to have every single Drake in the first match, right? Every single Drake in the world. And they took advantage of all the time that they gave them and all the space that they gave them without ganking their lane, you know, like we thought they would. And then the second game, the Draven just went hard. I mean, there's no other way to say it. The Draven and the Emilio were just outranging the Caitlyn, which doesn't... I'm not outranging, but even ranging, and then just dominating.
Mm-hmm. Now that raises the question: was it the ADC or the support? Because I feel like Kakarot playing Milio and Yumi definitely had a huge part in like feeding Impact's ADC there as well.
Now you're getting into the deep questions here. Being a support myself, I think I carry quite a bit, but I mean, who knows? Like,
yeah, I'm just saying everyone on the Impact did really well today. Everyone on Moonlight as well. I think those were a pretty close game, and if it weren't for Summer Sox being so like out of control ADC there, I think it could have gone either way. So
very true.
That's why I'm so excited for the next week's games, the grand finals, because if both teams play at the level we kind of saw today, it's going to be a really exciting matchup with a lot of back and forths.
right,
Best of 5 too. We're guaranteed at least 3, maybe even 5. Ooh,
Are we going to play Silver Scrapes if we get the 5 games?
This is
Silver
exciting.
Yo. Have to get that ready.
I am very excited for that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, I think we'll go ahead and end it there. I think everybody killed it in this game. GG's to everybody, including those who were not shown. I believe Megarar and
Haylock.
Megarar and
Yep.
Haylock. Great matches from everybody. Appreciate you guys sticking around this late. Anything you guys want to say before we log off?
Thanks for joining. It was really great.
Yeah, thanks for watching, y'all.
Yeah, I appreciate all the views, you know, as being rookie casters or whatever. Our first season's almost done too, right? Shout out to us. You know, we're doing something. All right, anyways, GG's everybody. Great matches. Can't wait to watch the playback again, of course, I'm sure. A couple people will at least. And see you next week. Marketing your calendars, boys and girls, for the grand finals of the Poro League. Megarar versus Impact. Be there. Get excited.
Or
P
P
square.
square.
You guys are lame.
Jinx.
All right, have a good night, everybody.